Government Issues by Bella, Hannah, Jess, and Laurenn.
Bill Clinton is the second president in American history to be impeached. In February of 1994, Paula C. Jones claimed that President Clinton had sexually harassed her. The story broke and the Clinton administration did their best to deny the allegations and move on through Clinton's presidency. However, due to the Jones case, many became suspicious of Clinton and his relationships with other women. Ironically enough, as the controversy with Paula Jones was going on, Clinton began his affair with Monica Lewinsky. In November of 1995, President Bill Clinton began having an affair with Monica Lewinsky, a White House intern. Their relationship was kept confidential until Linda Tripp, someone Monica Lewinsky spoke to about her relationship with Clinton, began recording Lewinsky's conversations. Linda Tripp had official proof that Clinton and Lewinsky had been having a relationship. In 1998, Linda Tripp began speaking out about the tapes she had and the relationship that Clinton had with Lewinsky. At the same time, Lewinsky filed an affidavit in which she denied having any sexual relationship with the president. The affidavit became extremely controversial because it remains unknown if Clinton forced Lewinsky to lie. After these two events, the story broke and Clinton publicly denied any allegations. When the case was brought to the grand jury, Clinton denied under oath having any relations with Monica Lewinsky. Also while in court, Clinton refused to answer specific questions regarding his relationship with her. President Clinton actually became the first president to ever testify in a grand jury concerning his own actions. Denying their relationship under oath and refusing to answer certain questions both played a part in the case of Clinton's impeachment. After the case was brought to the grand jury, that night, Clinton finally admitted that he had lied and that he had engaged in an inappropriate extramarital affair with Lewinsky. Now, he had an outline case against him which included charges such as perjury, obstruction of justice, witness tampering, and abuse of power. Finally, after 14 hours of debate, the House of Representatives approved 2 articles of impeachment against Clinton. He was charged with lying under the oath to a federal grand jury and obstructing justice. On December 19th, Clinton was officially impeached. However, the question still remained if Clinton was going to be removed from office.
Hello, this is Martha Starr, and I'm coming to you with breaking news involving President Clinton and being removed from office. The votes are in, and we are awaiting the final decision. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. President Clinton will not be removed from office. The Senate did not receive the majority 2/3 vote to remove him from office, so therefore he will serve the rest of his term. Again, I repeat, President Clinton will be acquitted on both of his charges and will be serving the rest of his term.
George W. Bush was up against Albert Gore Jr. for the 2000 presidential election.
Doris.
Uh-oh, something's happened.
George Bush is the president-elect of the United States. He has won the state of Florida, according to our projections. 25 electoral votes. NBC News projects that George Bush, it's been a night of first giving it to Al Gore, then taking it away on the part of the networks. George Walker Bush, the new president of the United States.
This was the closest election since 1876, with Bush having 271 electoral votes and Gore having 266 electoral votes. Yet Al Gore had about 500,000 more popular votes than Bush, which was only the 4th election in history that the popular vote did not reflect the electoral vote. Florida was the state that Bush won in the end to give him the votes to win, but the totals in Florida were very close. Al Gore wanted a nationwide recount, but the Supreme Court denied this appeal. The Supreme Court then denied the recounting of the votes in Florida, posing the question if Bush really won the presidential election of 2000.
Congratulations, even though more Americans voted for me.
Partisanship is prejudice in favor of a particular cause, also known as bias. Polarization is a case in which an individual's stance on a given issue, policy, or person is more likely to be strictly defined by their identification with a particular political party or ideology. One of the effects that it has is gridlock or deadlock, which is a situation that usually will involve more than one opposing party unable to decide on a compromise, which results in no progress being made. This can cause fewer laws from being passed, fewer court and bureaucracy vacancies to be filled, a major lack of compromise, filibusters to start to stall votes, and make confirmation become more difficult to achieve. After the declining throughout the 1950s and 1960s, partisanship began to reassert itself in Congress during the 1970s. By the end of the 1980s, partisanship in Congress had risen dramatically and has remained at a high level ever since. In a very thorough analysis, partisan forces were present in elections from 1980 to 1996 after levels that had not been seen since the late 19th century and early 20th century. In a separate analysis, the effects of party identification on an individual vote choice have risen dramatically as well. According to these findings, the impact of party ID on presidential vote choice reached levels in the 1990s that were higher than those present in the 1950s.
The meeting of the legislative branch of the United States government between the years 2013 to 2014 was known as the 113th Congress. The meeting of this branch was formed by both the Senate and the House of Representatives. The most significant parts of this Congress were how diverse the members were and their inexperience. The members ranged from women to people of all religion to minorities. However, electing so many members with a limited amount of knowledge came with a consequence. Because the new members were inexperienced and had such different problem-solving skills, it had left Congress being less productive than ever. This is why this Congress had eventually become popularly known as the worst Congress in history. Hello, Tim Scott. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how the 113th Congress is going so far?
Hello, I am one of the senators in the 113th Congress, along with Mo Cohen. Mo and I are the first two African American men that are in the U.S. Senate at the same time.
I see. Are there any other people of diversity or minority that are a part of this Congress as well?
Why, yes. We have the most diverse Congress so far. Most of the people in the Congress now have only served 2 years or less, too.
Do any of you in this Congress experience any difficulty with such a large group of amateur members?
Yes, we do. It's always hard to work together, which is frustrating. I feel as if we're the most ineffective Congress that has ever been. We can never see eye to eye on anything.
I see. Thank you, Tim.
Bill Clinton impeachment increased the credibility gap between the government and the people because it made Americans question the leader of their country and his morals.
The 2000 election caused people to question the political system and the way that the candidates were elected.
The increase in partisanship and polarization within the government caused it to become corrupt, with more and more politicians and government officials obtaining biases.
The ineffective 113th Congress made people question why the people that were voted in were being so unproductive.
Thanks for watching.